Marlene. All right, it's 10 o'clock. Let's get started. Welcome to what realtors should be doing during the crisis. My name is Mark Weithorn. I am with DPI Websites. A lot of you know me because I've taught a lot of classes at the Miami board. Probably a bunch of you have taken my classes. So, you know, this is tough times now, but there's actually business going on out there. There's actually a lot of business going on out there. It's changed. And what you need to do is you need to adjust to the new market and to what things are doing, you know, right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about statistics. I'm going to show you what's going on in the marketplace right now. And then we're going to go over how to reach out to existing clients and friends. Then we're going to talk a lot about social media. Social media is extremely important right now because people are home and they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're there. And what you need to do is you need to communicate with these people now. And all right. If you have any questions, just chat. Just put it in the chat. I love questions, so please ask questions. It's a good thing. And then at the end of the class, I'll give you my email address, and I'll email you this presentation. If you just email me, and I'll send it to you. Okay, so let's start. We're going to go over a lot of statistics first. We're going to look at sold properties in Miami-Dade County in the last 2 weeks, and I keep updating this every 2 weeks. So single-family homes, we sold 267, and condos 228. That has gone down. It's probably down about 40% since before the crisis started, but you're still looking at close to 500 properties that sold in the last 2 weeks. If you look at the breakdown, what we have is single-family homes, 100,000 to 300,000, 52, 300,000 to 500,000, 144. So there's a lot of properties, single-family homes below $500,000 that have sold in the last 2 weeks. But then I want you to look at the bottom one, $1 million homes. 22 closed in the last 2 weeks. There's a lot of high-end properties that have been sitting on the sideline that basically are selling now. That market, the high-end market, was pretty stagnant for a while, and now all of a sudden I see kind of like a little mini explosion going on with a lot of high-end properties. I believe it's people from the Northeast are probably, they're tired of high taxes, crowded areas, lots of people getting sick, and they're actually starting to come down here. If you look at condos in Miami-Dade County, 100,000 to 300,000, 126 closed in the last 2 weeks, which is pretty healthy. Then 300,000 to 500,000, 57. And then once again, if you look at the million plus category there, 22 million plus condos sold in the last 2 weeks. And once again, I think those are our people from the Northeast. If you look at this thing here, which is new listings, in the last 2 weeks, a ton of new listings have come onto the MLS in the last 2 weeks. So there is interest out there of people wanting to sell. And that's something that you should look at for getting new listings. If you look at Broward County, we have more sales in Broward County than we do in Dade County. I think it's like 30% more. But single family homes, 298, and condos, 356. There's a lot of sales going on in Broward County. And if you look at the breakdown, once again, the big one is 300,000 to 500,000, but you still have 100,000 to 300,000. We sold 67. And then once again, if you scroll down to the $1 million plus, it's 17. sold in the last 2 weeks. So yeah, once again, I do believe that's our wealthy people from the Northeast who are purchasing properties down here. If you look at condos, the bulk of it is 100,000 to 300,000 in Broward County. What those mostly are, those are HOPA, 55 plus communities. There's a lot of them in Broward County. It's big business. So you don't make a lot of money per sale because the price points are low, but there's a lot of business there. I have some clients who just specialize in 55 plus communities, and they're always busy. The million plus is not as high as it is in Dade County. I guess they don't have Miami Beach. And then if you look at new listings in the last 2 weeks, over 1,000 new listings in Broward County. There's a lot of people who are putting their properties on the market. Inventories are low in certain price points and stuff, so a lot of these will sell and will sell quickly. Any questions as I plow along here? I'm trying to drink water, not coffee, because if I drink coffee, I actually talk faster. So then let's look at Palm Beach County. In the last 2 weeks, 700. It's not as much as, it's pretty similar to Broward County. A lot of activity in Palm Beach County going on right now. So Broward and Palm Beach County have a lot of activity going on. If you look at the breakdown of single family homes, once again, we have below 500,000, we have a lot of sales. But then you look at $1 million plus, and you've got 33 homes, $1 million plus in Palm Beach County. And once again, I believe those are our people from the Northeast. If you look at the condos, 100,000 to 300,000, 221 of them sold in the last 2 weeks. And I believe those are a lot of the 55 plus communities as well. So there's a lot of activity with the 55 plus communities in Broward and Palm Beach. I know that if, I was a senior living in New York, I would say, all right, I'm out of here because there's too much sickness going on. And I would definitely move down to Florida. So yeah, there's a lot of activity there. If you look at the new listings, there's a ton of new listings in Palm Beach County. So what you really need to do is you guys need to do some research. You need to go onto the MLS and look at some of these new listings and see what's coming on the market. And then if you specialize in a certain area, compare that with closed sales and see what things are priced right and what things are not. And this way you get an idea as to what people are putting on the market. Next thing I want to look at are rentals. Rentals are huge. So right now in Miami-Dade County, we have 138 homes that rented in the last 2 weeks, but 388 condos rented in the last 2 weeks. There's a lot of rentals going on. It rivals the number of sales that are going on. And you may not do a sale that quickly now, but rentals, a lot of business there. If you look at Broward County, there's not as much as Dade County, but you still have a lot of rentals going on, 402. And then Palm Beach is not as much as the other two. But once again, if you look at Dade County, there's a ton of rentals going on in Dade County right now, especially with the condo market. So there was an article. The first thing I want you to do, we're going to talk about now, which is what you should be doing during the crisis. We're all sitting at home. The first thing you need to be doing is you need to get out your I say phone book. Next I'll be saying Rolodex, but that's okay. You need to get out you pull out your phone, open the contact lists on your phone, and start looking at everyone that is on your contact list. What you'll be amazed at, if you scroll to the bottom of the contact list on your phone, you'll see that you can know 500 or 1,000 people. What you need to be doing now is you need to be calling these people. You need to get on the phone every day and make 20 to 30 phone calls every day to, to check in on people, just to say hello. What you want to do is you want to call these people. Don't start talking about, do you want to sell your house, or you're looking to move, or things like that. What you want to do is you want to talk to them and ask them how they're doing. And then stop and listen to what they say. Because it's important now to stay in touch with people. I'm doing that on a regular basis. And that texting doesn't work. I know people like to text, but this is a perfect time to really go old school, pick up the phone and call people, just ask them how they're doing. At some point in the conversation, they will ask you how the real estate market is doing. And what you need to do is you need to be prepared to give them statistics, Well, the condos are selling, single family homes are selling, people moving down from the Northeast. I was looking at this building and the prices have dropped a little in this building. Is probably a good time to pick something up. I don't think it's going to drop a lot. And so what you need to do is you need to start calling people, talk to them. And it's really important that you do that. Any questions? Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is this is an article that came out today in The Real Deal. I don't know if a lot of you read The Real Deal, but this was really interesting, and I had to take a screenshot of it and put it into this class. Look at the headline: New Yorkers snap up high-end rentals in Miami Beach. So there's a lot of business right now, and it's coming from other parts of the country. After the Great Recession in 2009, 2010, we were very fortunate because we had a lot of South Americans coming here and buying properties. The dollar was low, and people were coming here and snatching things up at good prices and stuff like that. We had, favorable laws as far as, people coming into the country. So, we really were, we did well after the initial brunt of the collapse of the real estate industry. What's happening now is something similar, but they're not coming from South America. The people that are coming here are from the Northeast. They're getting away from the sickness. If you lived in an area where they had, like thousands of deaths every day and tens of thousands of people who got the virus and stuff like that, you would say to yourself, you know what, I'm out of here. Plus, if you move here, you save 15% of your revenue from taxes. The taxes are a lot lower here, and plus, it's beautiful here. Warm weather all year round. So there's a lot of opportunity now of people coming in from the Northeast who want to either purchase or rent. And what I think you should be doing now is trying to communicate with a lot of these people. One way is to call them if you have people there. Another way is through social media. Right now, people are online. They're sitting at home. They're online. They're cooped up. There's only so much Netflix that you can watch. I mean, I think I've plowed through all of Netflix in the past month. Now I'm on to Amazon Prime. I think I'm through season 3 of 30 Rock. Okay, So people are online on social media, and you need to use that in order to get a hold of people. So what I have is this thing called a 15-minute a day social media workout. And the way that works is you want you want to go online and you want to start communicating with people, um, typically through Facebook. A lot of people like Instagram, but Instagram is okay, and we'll talk about it later. But Facebook is really the place to go to. These are the websites owned by Facebook, the ones in blue. They own Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Instagram. And you can see Facebook has 2.3 billion monthly active users, while Instagram has less than half. So you'll do a lot of your communication through Facebook, and then you're going to round it off using Instagram. And I'll show you how to do that. If you look at these are the different apps ranked by age. So if you look at 18 to 24, YouTube is number 1, Facebook is number 2, and Instagram is number 5. If you look at 25 to 34, Facebook takes up the number 1 position, and then YouTube goes down to number 2, and Instagram moves up to number 4. 35 to 54, Facebook's still number 1, but Instagram moved down to number 7. And then 55 plus, you notice that Instagram is not there. So Instagram is good. It's a good way to round out your social media, but Facebook is really the place that you're going to do business. Any questions on that? There's a chat function. Feel free at any time to ask. All right. So the first thing you need to do is you need to set up a business page on Facebook. You're actually going to use your personal page on Facebook, but you still need a business page to have a presence, to show people. And the way you do that is you go to your Facebook personal page, and on the top, you'll see in the blue, it says create. And what you're going to create is a page. And it is a business page. And you're going to put in your name and information and things like that. When you name the business page, do not put your broker's company name in there, because in case you switch brokers, you'll it's hard to change the name. So you want to put your name in there, like the word realtor. The category is real estate and under sales associate. And then you're going to put your broker's address in there. You're not allowed to put your home address. And for LinkedIn, it's the same thing. Just go to LinkedIn and sign up with LinkedIn. And what you're going to do is you're going to put in all your information on LinkedIn. Let's see, Vameti, can you teach a class on how to create a Facebook ad? Yes, I'm teaching a class next week. It's on social media. Look for the emails. I think that class is, give me a second, I'll take a look. On Friday next week at 10 a.m. So just look for the emails or email me and I'll send you information on that class. We'll talk about that. Instagram, what you want to do when you set up your Instagram is you want to set it up through Facebook. So this way they link together. So when you post on Instagram, it shows up on Facebook. Matey, at the end of the class, I'm going to give you my email address. There'll be a screen with that on it. All right, so 15 minutes a day. What do you do 15 minutes a day? The first 10 minutes, what you need to do is you need to make friends. You need to have 3,000 plus friends on Facebook or Instagram. You know, a lot of you, you know, you go, oh my God, that's a lot. But if you do what I say, after a month or two, you'll turn around and you go, wow, I have a lot of friends. And the deal is, none of these people should be realtors. You do not want realtors as your friends because they're basically your competition. You want to find people who are not realtors. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Facebook, you're going to go to your personal page. See, like there on the top, I have my name circled. That's where you're going to go. See that picture? I was hiking this summer, Glacier National Park. It was intense. And then what you're going to do is on the left-hand side, you're going to see a section that says Friends. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on Find Friends. Everyone see that? And what you're going to see is a never-ending list of suggestions from Facebook of people that you should add as friends. These are friends of friends. And what you want to do is take your mouse and you want to put it over someone's name, and then you'll have this box pop up and you'll see who they are. So this person, Andros, is a real estate agent. So for me, that would be great because, you know, my clients are realtors. But for you, you don't want to be friends with Andros because he's your competition. So you want to just pass by him. So you want to come here and go through this list, and it will never end. When you get to the bottom, it'll just add more. And just start looking at people. So 10 minutes a day, you do that. Like here's Javier, who's an attorney at Berger Singerman. So that would be great for you guys because, you know, attorneys always like to buy houses. So once again, you want to go through this list and just find people who are not realtors. Then if you click on the section here that says Friends, you see the section that says Friends. Don't you think, let's see, Dennis, don't you think it would be good having realtor friends so we can see what they are doing? No, sorry. The only time it would be good to have realtor friends is if you have listings that you want to promote to other realtors. But the reality is you're going to do a lot of marketing and you're not going to do it to realtors. They are your competition. So you're going to go to the section that says Friends, and you're going to click on that, and here's a list of all of your friends. And what you do is, here's a friend of mine, Carmelo, and you click on that person's name, and what you're going to see is all of Carmelo's friends. And then once again, what you do is you go through this list, and you want to see which one of them you want to take on as asked to be your friend. Like this is Thomas, who lives in Brooklyn, New York. So yeah, Thomas is prime because he may want to leave New York in order to get away from all the craziness up there. So here's a question. Can you find friends in certain areas or cities? It's hard to do it this way. You can try and do a search on the top and just put it in an area. But typically you want friends who are friends of friends. A lot of times you'll do friend requests with total strangers and you have no connection, and they may not accept your invite to be friends. So you really want to go through it this way. You can advertise to people in other areas, and that's through boosting. Getting friends to like your business page. So if you go to your business page and you go over to the right-hand side, you're going to see a section called Community. And then it says See All. Everyone see that? And then what you're going to do is you're going to see all your friends. You see that? And then you're going to invite all your friends to like your business page. Here's the challenge. You can have 1,000 friends on your personal page, and you can invite them all to like your business page, but only 10% of them are going to actually like your business page, which is why you're going to do most of the posting on your personal page, because that's where your friends are. But you still need a business page in order to have a presence, to show that you have a business page. Here are some numbers here. Once again, total likes, total followers. So this is, I'm good. I have about 20% actually like my business page, which is actually pretty good, as opposed to 10%. So not everyone likes your business page. LinkedIn is similar. What you're going to do is you're going to go to My Network. LinkedIn is good because this is where you're going to find business people. This is where you're going to find, working professionals. And you go to My Network, and then what you want to do is you want to go through this list. The challenge you're going to have with LinkedIn is, since you're a realtor, they think that you want to be friends with other realtors. So once again, you need to, go through the list and find people who are not realtors. So like here's, in the second row, the third person, Michael McMillan, works for Oracle, which, all right, that's pretty decent. But like Jose, I know Jose for years, he's a broker owner. So, he's, once again, your competition. And you just want to go through here. If you click on, you see on the top left, connections. And then what you're going to do is start finding friends of friends, things like that, just like you would do with Facebook. So LinkedIn is another good way to communicate with people. Just go through here and find people. And once again, you don't want them as realtors. Any questions on that? Okay. The next thing I want to talk about, this is going to set up the next section, which is posting on Facebook and LinkedIn. This talks about the IDX. The IDX is a system that allows you to import the MLS into your website. It's an automated system. What it does is it brings in all the listings. It updates automatically every day. But what it does is it leaves off the listing agent's name and number. So you see the address, the pictures and everything, but it leaves off the listing agent's information. So for example, here's one of my clients. This is Vanessa. And on her page, she has for sale, for rent, new developments, existing developments. And these are the neighborhoods that Vanessa works. She works North Miami Beach, North Miami, Miami Shores. And if you click on one of the neighborhoods, you will see all the listings. And when you click on a listing, it shows all the information, but it leaves out the listing agent's name and number. So if you have your clients or someone going to your website to search for properties and they come across this lovely house in Miami Shores and they want more information, they would have to contact you, not the listing agent. So this is like your own personal MLS that you want to have, so people can go to your website and search for properties. What we also when people Google you, they want to see that you're a professional. So if someone Googles Vanessa, and they will see that, oh, there's her website, oh, she's a professional. So that's another purpose of the website. So basically, the IDX allows you to import the MLS into your website. There is a rule, I have to go through this. The board says that if you want to advertise someone else's listing, you have to get written permission. So on the IDX, like here's this listing for Miami Shores on Vanessa's site. She doesn't need permission for this. This is okay. You don't need permission for this because the IDX is allowed. But if Vanessa wanted to come along and promote this house on, let's say, Instagram or something, then she has to get permission from the listing agent or their broker. So on your website with the IDX, you don't need permission. Anywhere else, you have to get permission. Any questions on that? Okay, so let's talk about posting on Facebook and or LinkedIn. So 10 minutes a day, you're going to spend making friends. And then what you're going to do is you're going to spend 5 minutes a day posting. You're going to post listings from the IDX on Facebook. You're going to post developments on Facebook, blog articles, and landing pages. And the trick is these are all going to link back to your website. May we record this class? Yeah, sure. If you email me later, I'll actually email you the presentation. So you don't have to worry about recording it, but feel free. So let's talk about posting listings from the IDX. So here is a typical listing on Facebook. It looks fine, but this is wrong. This is what you should not be doing. Because what happens is if you click on one of the pictures, it actually enlarges the picture. And then, you get bored, you X out of the picture, and then, you're gone. You're looking at the next post, which is your friend's birthday party. And did you bother calling this realtor? No, I mean, the number is buried. There's no way to get a hold of this realtor. And plus, if you do it this way, you have to get written permission from the listing agent. What you should do is every time you post a listing on Facebook, it has to have a link going back to your website. So for example, this is from the Menard Group. And when you click on this picture, it takes you out of Facebook and it takes you to that property in the Menard Group's website. So this is really easy to do. What you do is you go to your website. So like here's Graciella's website. And you find a property that you want to promote. So here is this $375,000 house in Miramar. And she wants to promote this on Facebook. So what you do is you go to the top, you see I have circled the URL, and you copy the URL. Then you go to Facebook and you write a post. I always suggest that you write a few sentences like amazing Miramar home for sale, call me for more info, and then you paste the link. You give it a few seconds to load, and then you post it, and then it shows up with the picture and everything. So now when you click on this picture, it takes you out of Facebook and takes you to that property on your website. So one more time, you go to Facebook, you go to your website, I'm sorry, you go to your website and you find a property that you want to promote. You copy the URL, you go to Facebook, you write a post, write a few sentences, paste in the URL, give it a second to load, and then you publish. So now when someone sees it and they click on the picture, it will take them out of Facebook and it will take them to your website. Any questions on this? Okay. Blogs. What we do is we blog. We have a blog page on every website and we blog for people. Jay Stone, how did you get onto your website? When you set up a website, you need to hire a company that has the IDX. That's the trick. You have to have the IDX on your website. So for example, on this website, Graciela has the IDX there. So this website has like 50,000 listings and they update automatically every day. So basically you need an IDX website in order to do that. Blogging, what we do for all our clients is, before I move on, Gregory, you mentioned we should get permission, so we call a realtor before posting them. Okay, Gregory. So this is a loophole to the okay to advertise rule because we're actually putting a link to the IDX on Facebook. So here you're okay. As long as you put a link, you're okay. If you were to manually go and add this listing like this person did, then you need permission. You can also take all the listings from your company, you know, and because most brokers allow you to post those listings, and you can do those, same thing. Go to your website, find the property, copy the URL, and then post it in Facebook. I hope that answered your question. Blog articles. So we blog for you. We have all our websites have blogs on them, and we put articles on there every day. And what you do is you click on the headline, and here is the article. And then once again, you copy the URL, and you paste that into Facebook. And then it shows up. Here's the article showing up in Facebook. So now, once again, if someone clicks on the article, it will take them back to that article in your website. So once this is just you're driving traffic to your website. Here we have landing pages. So what we do is we have a ton of landing pages. Like here's one, I love this one. It's time to move to Florida. Tired of cold winters, crowded communities, a hard lifestyle? Well, it's time to move to Florida. Florida is a warm, healthy place to live. Fresh ocean breezes, warm weather year-round, clean. So what you would do is you would take this, copy the URL once again, and then you would post it onto Facebook. And then we have this page here that says, this image that says, it's time to move to Florida. Click here to find homes for sale. And then once again, when they click on that, it takes them back to this page in your website. And this is something that you would boost to people in the Northeast. Because I'm telling you, they're leaving in droves. Okay, LinkedIn, same thing with LinkedIn. Here's another site. This one has developments on it. We have new and existing developments. So this person wants to post 327 Royal Palm, which is in Boca Raton. So once again, you come here, you copy the URL, and then you go to the home page on LinkedIn, and it says start a post. And then what you do is you write a few sentences and then paste in the URL and you post it on LinkedIn. Same thing. And once again, when they click on this, it will take them back to your website. So what you want to do is you want to post every day on Facebook, LinkedIn. You want to post listings, developments, blog articles. You also want to mix in some personal stuff, so you don't look like a robot, like stuff with your family, like some fun stuff that you're doing with your family at home right now. And you want to spend 5 minutes a day just posting articles and things like that. Any questions? Liliana, don't know what you're asking. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is Instagram. Instagram is also important. It's not as important as Facebook. It's where you're going to do a lot of your business. But what you're going to do is you're going to round it out in Instagram. So for example, this is a buddy of mine, Oliver Ruiz, and he took this picture. And he posted it on Instagram. And it says, you know, today's activity on the Miami River include yada, yada, yada. So you do this in combination with Facebook. Liliana, question. I want to confirm the reason for copying the URL is I'm sharing it directly from the listing agent. No, you're sharing the listing. I'm sorry. You're sharing it from your website. The whole idea is you want to get people back to your website. You want to get traffic to your website. And the way you do that is you take things from your website, copy the URL, and you post it. So when they click on the picture, it sends that to your website. Consuelo, can it work the other way around? Not sure I understand what you mean. Can you... yeah, so, okay. Back to Instagram. Yeah, you might want to set up a business page on Instagram and then turn it into Facebook, make it link to Facebook, yes. The way you post on Instagram, when you post on Instagram, there's something called hashtags. And this confuses a lot of people. So I want to go over how hashtags works. There are two types of hashtags. There's global and local. Global hashtags are basically, you know, big, you know, like the word realtor, that's global. If you do hashtag realtors, you'll see you have 1.6 million posts. So, I mean, that's too big. You're not going to get noticed there. You're going to be like, you know, a speck of sand in something like that. Where if you look at hashtag Realtor Miami, there's only 53.7 thousand posts. So that's local. Hashtag Realtors is global. Hashtag Realtor Miami is local, and that's gonna get you more notice than hashtag Realtors is gonna get you. I mean, you could post there, but no one's gonna see it. Like here's another one, hashtag Brickle. So you go in there, you do your post, you type in your message, then you type in hashtag Brickle, and you'll see a list of all these different groups that have to do with the word Brickle. So for example, let's say you want to focus in on Brickle City Center. There's 112,000 posts that have to do with Brickle City Center. If you're marketing to there, you would do hashtag Brickle City Center. Or if you're marketing to Brickle Key, you type in hashtag Brickle Key. And that's 117,000 posts. So here's another one, hashtag Coral Gables. And if you just do hashtag Coral Gables, it's 1.4 million posts. That's too large. But if you hashtag Coral Gables Living, that's only 27,600 posts. That will get you attention. I'm not sure what hashtag Coral Gables Love is, but maybe that'll work. Fort Lauderdale, here we have hashtag Fort Lauderdale. So like if you look down the list, you'll see hashtag Fort Lauderdale boat shows. This is great. You go to the boat show as a realtor, bring a little sign with you, hold it up, stand in front of a yacht, take a picture, have someone take a picture of you with the sign that says your name and stuff, you know, and then post it on Instagram and post it to hashtag Fort Lauderdale boat show. Hashtag Fort Lauderdale events, things like that, Fort Lauderdale eats. So this is a way for you to get in front of groups of people that you don't know. The way you do it is, here's a post that I did. It was a Friday afternoon. That's iced tea in the glass, by the way. And what you do is you go and you click on the plus sign on the bottom. it'll ask you for the picture. So you upload the picture. And then it'll ask you to write something. So M. Weithorn, that is my handle on Instagram. And I wrote, what a great way to end a fabulous South Florida day. Greetings to everyone up north. I did that in February. So, you know, it was like a beautiful day in February and everyone up north was dealing with 2-degree weather. And then I typed in hashtag Miami Beach and I saw all these groups with Miami Beach. Miami Beach sunsets, hashtag Miami Beach life, and then you publish it. So now this goes out to thousands of people who are following those groups. Any questions on that? Mark, in my case, I currently have a listing in Brickell City Center. What is the best way to hashtag to promote the Northeast residents? So what you want to do in that case, to do to Northeast people, you want to go to your website, find a link to that property, post it on Facebook, and then you want to boost it on Facebook. When you boost, you want to select your audience, and you want to put people like a 50-mile radius around Manhattan. And so you want to put it on there and boost it for like, you know, a couple of days for $10 and see what kind of traction you get on that. If you have questions, Oleana, I'll give you my phone number at the end of the class. You can always call me and I can walk you through boosting because it's a little bit detailed. Consuelo, what makes you show up in other people's feeds? So the hashtags are what does it. If someone is following Miami Beach sunsets because they follow that group and you type this, you will show up in that feed. If someone is following the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show and you put a post here and you type in hashtag Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, you'll show up in their feeds. Yeah, and you can also use hashtags in Facebook. They started doing that a while ago. Any other questions? Okay, we're at the end of the class. I get a minute to tell you what my company does. My company creates websites for realtors. These websites are linked to the MLS. So like this is Guadalupe's site. She has properties for sale, for rent, new developments, existing developments. She works South Miami-Dade County. That's her area. And basically, if you click on one of the areas, you see all the listings, but it leaves out the listing agent's name and number. So this is like your own personal MLS. You want your clients here searching for real estate. We also have developments. We have a whole database of over 1,000 developments, new and existing developments, and it has all the information, and it has the floor plans, and it's linked to the MLS. So as listings come on for these developments, it shows up here. So if you have a client who's interested in Glass House, you go to your website, you copy the URL, and you email it to them. We also do blogging for you. We link your page to Facebook, so it automatically posts listings and blog articles there. We also have landing pages. There's a whole bunch of things. Normally, there's two costs for the website. Normally, it's $300 to design the website, and then it's $59 a month for the hosting. What we're doing because of the coronavirus crisis, for the month of April, we are not charging the design fee. We're discounting the design fee because everyone's a little tight on cash. So it's just the $59 a month for the hosting. That includes the IDX, and it also includes changes to the website. And then once you set up the website, we talk and I train you how to use it. I look at your Facebook business page, make sure that it's set up properly. We link it to the website so it posts automatically. And then I train you on how to do some marketing and how to get leads and stuff like that. If you're interested in this, here's my information. You can go to my website and see samples, dpishowcase.com, and you can see information, or call me, text me, email me, and it takes a couple days to set up. Dennis, what's your email address, Dennis? Elaine, once we get a website, can we modify it yourself? You used to be able to do that, but then they made things more complicated because everything is has to be mobile friendly. So we have to make the changes. That's why I assign a web designer to you, and we don't charge for changes. It's, we don't care if you make one change or a change every day. It doesn't matter. We just want to make sure that you have something that you're happy with. The trick with websites is, you set it up, but then there's always needs changes. It's not like printing where you print something and it's done. So that's why we don't charge you for the changes. Lana, here's my email address. Just email me, and I will email you the presentation. I'll leave that up for a while. Dennis, the recording the class, I tried emailing the recording, but these recordings are huge. They are like millions and millions of megabytes. So that's why I just send you the presentation. So just, send me your information. Email me or text me, and I'll email you the presentation. Or if you want, just put your email address in this group chat, and I'll go through there and send it to you. Any other questions? Did I teach you guys? Let's see. All right, Graciela. Is recommended to have a business Facebook page on the personal Facebook page will be fine to promote the properties. So you want a business page because you want to have the presence of having a business page. But the reality is you're going to be posting on your personal page because that's where all your friends are. Devik, do you have a service that only sets up the website and we can manage it ourselves? No, sorry, it doesn't work that way because you're linking to the MLS or our system, and plus we have all the developments and all that. It's more complicated than that. Sorry. How do we hashtag work in IG, Instagram when I post something and put so when you post an Instagram, after you write the sentence or two, type in hashtag and then type in some keywords like Miami Beach, Coral Gables, or something like that. And then you're going to see a list of all these different groups. And you click on the group you want, type in hashtag again, and repeat the process, and you can click on multiple groups. So you could put in like 5 or 10 different groups or hashtags to see your post. Gregory, do you teach private classes for ePro certification? I do teach accredited classes. I teach at the Miami board. I teach farming for listings and surviving the first 6 months as a realtor. So I am an accredited teacher, but I teach that at the Miami board. Gregory, if you want more information, just feel free to call me on that. Great questions. Thank you, guys. Makes me know you're paying attention. Great. Any other questions? Thank you, Mark. I'm not good with technology, but since I have the website you made for me, I have been receiving at least a couple of phone calls for RE business. Graciela, I love you. Yeah, great. As long as you use it, yeah, you're going to get business. That's the trick. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Stay safe. There is business out there. It's just changed. There's people from the Northeast instead of South America moving here now, and you got to go after them. They're buying, they're renting. Yeah, go after them. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Look for my emails from my other classes. I'm teaching 2 other classes next week. One's on investors and the other one's on social media. Thanks. Have a great day.